Hello, beloveds. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk about our heart center and how to open it, and a nice practice that we can do to live inside of our hearts and tune into that frequency that'll bring us heaven on earth. For this whole reality that we live in is an illusion. We are 99% empty space. The atoms that create this matter, 99% empty space. And just a few particles zooming around at different frequencies to create the vibration that we feel as solid matter. To create all of the different vibrations that create this entire world that we live in. That 99% empty space is the void in which all things are birthed. This lives within our heart. One of my favorite practices to do is to see myself where I am right now, sitting in this chair, in this house with my dogs, this plant, all of the objects and things around me, and then me in the center. And I imagine that happening within my heart. I put myself inside of my heart. As I'm walking down the road, I'm walking through the valleys of my heart. As I'm swimming in the sea, I am swimming in the expression of my heart that is the ocean. Everything around you, your entire reality, is an expression of your heart. It's not separate from you. The external world is not separate from you. We are all one. And we get this beautiful human experience to see what it's like to forget that. To forget that we are all one. And that all of this emanation is our creation. We are born into these human bodies, and we have this spell of amnesia that comes over us, and we awaken. And we build this reality, the things that come into our everyday, with the belief systems that we are raised to believe. Ancestors have been passing down belief systems in certain collectives for centuries, for generations, for a long time. And we pick up on that, you know? You were taught things by your parents, people who raised you. They were taught things by their parents and people who raised them, and so on and so forth. May it be a limiting belief or a liberating belief. We learn much of our reality, much of our programming as we are raised, comes from our lineage. It's very subconscious. The entire reality that you experience every day, outside of you, other people, even videos that you watch online, all of it is an expression of your own heart. You're just seeing it through the lens of your specific filter, the filter of your body at this moment, your human body that you are using. This is a vessel that you are using to experience yourself in different ways. If you are source and you are all knowing, you already experienced these things. And when we get this gift of separation, this gift of the illusion of separation, we get to experience new things. We get to be surprised. We get to listen to a new song that we've never heard before, that another piece of our expression created. We're not going to always vibe with everybody, because Source is so infinite that it was able to express itself in such a wide variety of ways that some of us will find unity together, or coherence in our vibration, and others will find coherence in their vibration. Just because two people don't enjoy the same things and their vibration isn't coherent doesn't mean that they're separate. They're still one, and they're connected by love. Every time you see things outside of yourself, know that it's an expression of your heart. And if you see something outside of yourself that triggers a negative emotion within your body, give it love. Know that that negative emotion is like an inner child, is a part of yourself trying to express that it has forgotten. It has forgotten its true nature. Don't push it away. Don't push your negative emotions away. Love them. Remind them that they have enough, that they are worthy, that they are beautiful, that they are great. My dog, I love you. You are beautiful. You are great. Oh, I know that you're whining and that you want love. Come here and love me. Come on. Come on. When we see these things outside of ourselves that want love, know that it is just an expression of your heart that has forgotten its truth. Its truth that it is everything. It is love. Your true nature is ecstasy, bliss, joy, gratitude, love, anything else. Anything that doesn't feel good in your body is a distortion, is a limiting belief that you have that is preventing you from living your full potential and is bringing you suffering. When you feel those parts of yourself that have been conditioned to believe such, love them. That is the best way to rewrite the programming. It's going to happen. You're going to have these human emotions. That's why we have this experience. To source, all of these experiences are perfect. Things that we may view as suffering and pain, for source is just an experience on the way back home. It starts out dense, and as we remember, and as we love, and as we connect, we remove all of that density and we go back into this light, infinite expression, this formlessness that is all. There is heaven here on earth, and there is hell here on earth. The stories that we've been told since we are children about what happens after we die are meant to distract us from the truth that we are infinite, this human expression, this lifetime right now, this now is only temporary. We are just experiencing this experience for the sake of experience. To source, all is perfect. You've never done anything wrong. Don't shame, don't blame. All of it, all of the pain, the suffering, that is fuel to use, to burn away the fog, the illusion of forgetting. Use that emotion. Our emotional bodies are so intelligent. When emotion comes up, know that it is not you, because you are love, light, and truth. You are ecstasy and bliss. You are infinite, unconditional love. So when you see this negative emotion rise up, know that it is not you. It is just a distortion. It is part of the programming that you are experiencing in this now. And in order to rewrite that programming, remind it that it has enough, that it is loved, that it is worthy. And send it all of the love that you can. All of the love that you are, which is infinite, which is everything. Because when we go into those negative emotions, when we let our mind dictate our emotions, when we think a thought and we let the ego take over, which was there to protect us in the really, really dense energy spaces, in the really, really dense spaces where we needed to fight for survival. That ego got programmed long ago, and it's still there. And it views us as separate. Me versus you, us versus them, to fight for existence. When that ego arises, love it, thank it for what it did for you, how it's helped you, how it's tried to protect you. Talk to it. Tell it that there's no need to show your teeth anymore, because there is enough. There's always enough. We live in an abundant world. If you tell yourself that this world is not abundant and that there is not enough, you are living in lack. Your belief system is that of lack. And when you have a belief system of lack, that is what you will get in your reality. Your beliefs dictate your reality. And the more you say it, and the more you think it, the more the world around you will have evidence to prove that that is true. Because the world around you is an expression of your heart. And if you constantly tell your heart that the world is one way or another, that's what you'll receive. So you have to be really conscious of your words, really conscious of your thoughts. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not just going to immediately never have a negative thought again or never have a negative feeling again. You have to work through these programmings. You just have to be conscious of it. Be aware of the fact that your thoughts and your emotions create your reality. Be aware of the fact that when an old program comes up and you're feeling negative and you just want to react the way that you normally do, which would just keep calling that into your life. When you're aware of that, you can change the programming by sending it love. And don't judge yourself about your journey or about how hard it is. It's ease and grace. Know that everything is perfect. You've never done anything wrong. And that you now have the power to live in your truth, which is bliss, which is joy, which is ecstasy. If it feels good in the body, then that's your truth. If it feels low, if it feels heavy, feels anything less than bliss and joy and pleasant, that's not your truth, and that is a distortion. My dog Jackson, he's a bundle of love. It's really great to practice gratitude, to practice love by having unconditional love around you. Whether it's your family or your pets or your friends, places in nature. In fact, you come here. Activities that bring joy to your heart and love to your heart. Whatever it may be, do that. Follow your highest excitement and practice these feelings of elevated emotion. The more we practice, it is like a muscle, and the more we practice, the easier it will get. When we practice elevated emotion, our emotions dictate our thoughts, as opposed to the other way around. Because when we let our thoughts and our ego go on a tangent about insecurities or frustrations or whatever it may be, we think these things, and then all of a sudden we feel bad because we let the mind take off. But if we can focus on our heart center and allow gratitude to be our expression and love to be our expression, the thoughts that will end up coming into our head will be that of joy and beauty and bliss and connection. Oh my God, there's a rainbow over there. I didn't even notice when I was stuck in my rain cloud before. The rain cloud of my head. And then I lowered into my heart and got a different perspective and I saw a rainbow. When we practice these elevated emotions, living in our heart center, seeing the world around us as us, no judgments, just unconditional love and compassion for the experience, for the experiencers, for the other parts of yourself, which are a reflection, which are a mirror, to help you grow and come back to source, and for you to remember that it is all you. And you have the power. You are so powerful. You have the power to control your life and to dictate your reality. Rewrite that subconscious programming. that is creating 95% of your reality. Rewrite that to be heaven on earth. And you can experience it. It's now. You have heaven on earth now. You just have to open your heart center and tune into that frequency. The world could be raining fire and brimstone, ashes all around you. Your external situation can seem bleak from the ego's point of view. Tachi, come here. But if you remember that you are God and that you are source and that you are infinite, you are all things, all beauty, all bliss, all love, all joy, and you get to experience this right now, have gratitude. Even if it is for a measly place that you're living in, or even if it's for the feeling of hunger in your stomach, have gratitude. Know that it's enough. Practice your elevated emotion and watch the world just give to you. Because when you are in a state of gratitude, and when somebody pays you a compliment, you are receiving. You are receiving because you are open and you're grateful. So dip into that place, no matter where you are. Don't be in lack. Don't be wanting. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. View the world outside of you as you. Practice elevated emotions and take charge of your reality. Because you can. You are powerful. I know this was kind of all over the place, but sometimes that's just how it comes. I hope you were able to take what you can from this. You know, if it resonates, take it with you. If it doesn't resonate, turn it off. Leave it. Go do something else. Go find something else. Find something that feels good inside of you. We all have different truths. So find what feels good inside of you. Find a teacher that feels good inside of you. Feel good inside of you for you. Listen to your own higher self and your own voice. Whatever it may be. Whatever feels good. And when you see the world outside of yourself as a part of you, you become a co-creator. We all can co-create together to create this place of bliss and abundance for all. Because there is enough for all. We create these worlds of lack through our own belief systems. And the more and more of us that wake up to our power as God and to our love for all that exists around us, we can create this world of infinite bliss and joy for everybody so that we can all just live to our fullest potential. So if this doesn't resonate with you, go find something else that resonates at the moment. That's totally fine. We're not always going to vibe. I know that I've heard teachings that did not resonate with me because I wasn't ready. And I did my own thing and I went on my own journey. And then I came back to it and it did resonate. Or maybe you'll find something else that lights you up and makes you feel good and feel powerful in your own skin. Gives yourself that self-love. I like to look externally sometimes for inspiration and motivation. Things to get me in that headspace get me in that heart space, you know, when I'm in my headspace. But then we also have to listen to ourselves. Our truth is unique for each one of us. If it's helpful to look outside at another expression of yourself, because all that is outside is within. But if it's helpful to look outside to see a reflection of your own inner heart, to give you the inspiration, do that. Do that. Surround yourself with that. And then look inward and find it in there. Because all of it is in here. And if you can look inward and if you can find it in here, you are entering your sovereignty. You are embodying your godliness. You are a creator God. Step into your power. I'm going to step into my power and take my dogs for a walk and enjoy this beautiful Gaia that we are living on here. Practice that gratitude. Bring joy to all. Bring joy to all the expressions of your heart. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for absorbing whatever you've absorbed. Namaste.